Welcome to the life of Meech. Brought to 1 meal, no cage, no leash. On the way, no peace. Miss could do away, do a fake, can't reach. You know he bout it, he meant to defeat. Got a new vlog and you waiting to see. You know it's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Let's do it challenge if that's what you wanna do. On the way, no play. Bitches put a vlog up today. Anytime, wait, any day. Meech on a mission to make your day. Welcome to the life of Meech. Welcome to the life of Meech. Welcome to the life of Meech, yeah. Welcome to the life of Meech. Videos, you know we on it. Subscribers, you know that we going up. No matter what, we gon' keep rolling. If I'm falling, my brother's gon' hold me up. Cause I'm on the road to a milli. We vlogging around the city. You know that we getting litty. I got my brothers there with me. I got my brothers there with me, yeah. Throwing some back in your sheets, yeah. Videos on repeat, yeah. Songs with love life for me, yeah. Welcome to the life of me, yeah. Throwing some back in your sheets, yeah. Videos on repeat, yeah. Videos on repeat, yeah. Videos on repeat.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Meech, and we are back with another video. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. So today, man, y'all already know what it is. It is Mysterious Monday. I know last week we didn't have an episode because I was feeling kind of sick. I had the second dose of the COVID shot, man, and it kind of took me off for a day or two. So, but, you know what I'm saying, I'm back and better than ever. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got an ice cube on my shirt, so you already know it was a good day. Some of y'all might be too young to understand what that means, but you know what I'm saying, we got the little, you know, Mr. Ballin episode. Also, you know what I'm saying, I got a couple of things that I'm doing on the YouTube Shorts. I'm trying to get on the YouTube Shorts thing. So I got one little series that I'm starting where I'm just showing off my comic books or whatever. I want to show y'all a little different part of me that y'all don't usually get to see. So if y'all are interested in that, you know what I'm saying, y'all, it's kind of me recommending y'all reading material if y'all want to get into comic books, and then allowing y'all to recommend stuff to me. Also, we got the merch out right now, man. Don't forget about the Meech merch. Link is in the description down below. It's an unboxing of that on my channel as well on the YouTube short. So, you know, it's me showing y'all, me unboxing it, man. The merch is crazy. It turned out really, really good. I'm still waiting on the shoot for the stars, but I got my Gots to Go merch for Misha actually. So with all that being said, man, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Got a little message from somebody who's very close to me before we get into this video. So, Little, go ahead and take it away.
Smash that like button and subscribe.
Okay, man, y'all heard what the man said. Subscribe to the channel, man. That's it. That's all. But y'all already seen the intro, so let's get to the rest of the video. All right, man, let's get it. You already know, man, Mr. Ballin, we reacting to his videos, man. Make sure y'all go subscribe to his channel as well. This is called The Man's Last Words Will Shock You, Lost episode 13. Let's see what this talking about, bro.
Between 1890 and 1963, 695 people were executed in the state of New York. 614 of those executions were carried out via electric chair in one of the most infamous maximum security prisons in the world called Sing Sing. Sing Sing has long held an almost mythological place in American culture. Many books have been written about the prison and many movies have been set there. Among the notorious people who were put to death there was the serial killer David Berkowitz, better known as the Son of Sam, who killed 6 people and injured another 10. The boss of the infamous Brooklyn gang called Murder Inc., which was responsible for over 20 murders.
Hey, y'all know Murder Inc.? And they ain't talking about Ja Rule, is they? Okay.
And the so-called Lonely Hearts Killers, which was Martha Beck and Raymond Fernandez, who during the 1940s and 50s used newspaper ads to lure up to 20 lonely women to their death. But today's story is not about a famous condemned inmate, it's about a famous picture of one. In the late 1800s, Arthur Mayhew killed a shopkeeper during a botched robbery. His accomplice turned him in order to receive a lesser sentence for himself. Convicted and condemned, Mayhew found himself awaiting execution for a year inside of the Sing Sing death house. During that time, 3 people were executed. Given the layout of the Sing Sing death house, Mayhew would not have seen these 3 executions, but he would have heard them. Radiating out from the death chamber were 6 cells known as the dance hall. This is where the next 6 people scheduled to die waited their turn. These cells were only separated from the death chamber by a thin wall and a small door, neither of which were soundproof. During executions, white sheets were draped over the 5 cells in the dance hall that still contained occupants. From behind these sheets, prisoners could hear the guards come down the hall, open up the door of that 6th cell of the person who's going to be executed. They could hear them being removed from their cell, walk down the hall. They'd hear the death chamber door open and then shut. They would hear the prisoner's last words, if they had any, and then they would hear the clunk of the switch being thrown and then the hum of electricity as it surged. Many times, the executions did not go smoothly, causing the condemned to yell out in agony and pain as the switch is flipped over and over and over again. And as a
real quick fact, right? So everybody know what a guillotine is. If you don't know, it's the thing that you'll probably see depicted in old French photos or whatever. At least that's where I've seen them at. It's the guillotine. It's this thing that'll take your head and you put your head in like this whole thing or whatever, and you cut the cord and it drops a blade on your head. So a lot of the times you would think the blade will go straight through the neck. I found out that sometimes they had to do that multiple times because you got to think sometimes people ain't properly sharpening the blade. So they thing is they want to get you out of there quick. A painless death. But man, just imagine being a person that you going up and you done did your dirt and you ready to die. You think you about to get a painless death and that thing drop on your neck and it don't work the first time? Boy, I can't even imagine that. That's just horrible.
Torture, the prisoners in the dance hall would hear the sound of the autopsy being performed. New York state law mandated an autopsy be completed immediately after execution. There were rumors floating around the prison that the electric chair didn't always kill the prisoner, that in fact they were just stunned by the time they got to the autopsy table. One doctor's autopsy report in 1951 said he believed the reason autopsies were done right after the execution was not to determine cause of death. It was to ensure they were dead. Because of their proximity to this macabre process, prisoners in the dance hall oftentimes lost their mind waiting to be executed. On March 12, 1897, Arthur Mayhew's wait was up. He woke up at 7:30 that morning after 5 hours of undisturbed sleep. He was going to be second to die that day. When the guard showed up to bring him breakfast, Mayhew apparently looked nervous and he asked the guard, "What's the weather like outside?" And the guard told him it was raining, to which Mayhew said, "Man, that's too bad." Initially, Mayhew refused food, but then later called the guard back over and asked if he could have eggs and coffee. After breakfast, Mayhew's wife and brother showed up and they visited with him until shortly before 10:30, when unexpectedly the guy who was supposed to be executed ahead of Mayhew was informed his sentence had been commuted. And so in full view of Mayhew, this guy is crying tears of joy, he's going to live, and he gets transferred back to general population. And so because that guy's execution was no longer happening, they decided to bump Mayhew's execution up to right then and there. And so they went to his cell, they opened the door, and they told Mayhew's wife and brother it was time for them to leave. As they were walking out, Mayhew was pleading with them to believe him that he was innocent, but neither of them believed him. They knew he was guilty. The guards shut Mayhew's cell and told him he had 45 minutes left, and so while Mayhew kneeled inside of his cell praying loudly, the executioner right across the hall prepped the electric chair. At 11:10 a.m., Mayhew watched the guards as they pinned white sheets in front of the other 5 cells, and then at 11:15 they came to his door, they opened it up, and they said, "It's time." They walked Mayhew over to the death chamber door, they opened it up, and as soon as Mayhew saw the electric chair for the first time, he panicked and he tried to run away, but there was 5 men that grabbed him and pulled him into the death chamber, and as he's screaming for mercy, they dragged him over to the chair, forced him down, and began putting on his restraints. Initially, when Arthur sat down, he was viciously fighting and trying to get the men off of him, but as they were nearing the end of getting all of his restraints on, he suddenly just went limp, and he had this look of complete resignation on his face. He knew it was over. In the barely 60-second long window of time when the final restraint was placed at 11:16 and when he was pronounced dead at 11:17, a photographer walked out in front of Arthur Mayhew and took this picture. Mayhew's final words were, "Jesus, have mercy on," and his words were cut off by the death-dealing electrical current. So that's going to do it, guys. If you found the secret in today's episode, let us know in the comments what it is and where you found it, so give us the timestamp. And if you're the first to...
Boy, man, I don't even know what to say. It's like every episode, it gets a little crazy, you know what I'm saying? What do you do? Explain to me. I want to know in the comments, like, if y'all was going to death and y'all was being sentenced to death and you knew that you were innocent, what would you do? How would you feel? Like, what would you be thinking? Me personally, I wouldn't know what to think. I just, I would have been fighting my case to the day I die. I would have never admitted to being guilty. I would have never accepted the fact that everybody thought that I was guilty. I would have probably, like I said, I would have fought to the end. But obviously, I think this guy was guilty. I think he said he was guilty or whatever for killing a person because the person that he was with told on him. So, but I mean, the fact that the dude that was supposed to get executed before him ended up getting freed before he was executed, I mean, that just added a little bit of, spice to the story to me. So, hope you guys enjoyed this episode, man. I know this is another short one or whatever. Had a lot to do this week or whatever, so next week will definitely be a longer episode. But we got 2 videos this week. We got the Cooking with Meech, and now we got this. Today is Monday, so this will release today at 5 o'clock. And by the time I'm saying this at 5 o'clock, y'all are already watching it. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's really important to me that you like the video and comment. Tell me what would y'all do in this situation. So with that being said, make sure y'all go get your Meech merch too. I can't forget about that. But Meech, I don't think I'm being a reach.